Blackstone Audio presents A Gunner in Lee's Army, The Civil War Letters of Thomas Henry Carter, edited by Graham T. Dozier. This book is read by Joe Barrett and Lloyd James. For my father. Forward. Artillery Officer Colonel Thomas Henry Carter witnessed the rise and fall of Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia, but he did not describe his escapades as a crusade of heroism or as an epic adventure. Carter simply refused to write theatrical war stories, the kind of sensational copy that played well with general audiences at home. He had seen too much blood to be seduced by the drama of battle. In his lengthy and richly detailed letters to his wife, Susan Roy Carter, he wrote with a fearless realism, an approach that brings the reader into the many dimensions of organized warfare that include the battlefield, military leadership, discipline in the ranks, religion, Confederate nationalism, privations on the home front, and the collapse of slavery. All of these subjects Carter scrutinized with a critical detachment that eluded most of his peers, who typically chronicled the hard facts of their existence as if their letters were hard truths carved in stone tablets. Although Carter's perspective flowed from a deep political and ideological commitment to the Confederacy and its slaveholding class, he was not afraid to fire a critical shot back at his nation for its military failures or internal shortcomings. His ability to break with the official voice of his country, a message that always proclaimed the superiority of Southerners in all things and rarely admitted any deficiency, is truly exceptional. Carter, for instance, thought that Northern armies were more successful in disciplining their troops than the Confederates, whose independent dispositions encouraged acts of self-preservation under fire that bordered on cowardice. Carter, who favored any measure that advanced Confederate military authority over the rights of the individual, blasted his government for lacking an effective bureaucratic apparatus to punish or banish questionable officers who allowed their men to run amok on the battlefield. "We are anxious to remodel the Army organization," Carter opined in 1864, "to abolish the elective system for officers and to inaugurate a discipline which will make the men obey on the battlefield and elsewhere. Unless we do, we are lost. The Yankee discipline is immeasurably superior to ours." Carter's penetrating criticisms were not those of a bitter outsider. In rising up the ranks to eventually command the artillery of the famed Second Corps, Carter rubbed shoulders with some of the most prominent officers of the Army, including Lee, Thomas Stonewall Jackson, Jubal A, John B. Gordon, and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?